Good morning, and it is still morning, but it's certainly not as early morning as the last video I filmed. It is 10 to 11, and I've been really enjoying having a lie-in in my Harry Potter pyjamas, my Harry Potter duvet. Yeah, I am loving life right now. So, even though I look really rough, I really wanted to quickly talk about how yesterday has made me feel. Because my experience yesterday made me really enthusiastic to read again. And I've got a few books I need to talk about that I've finished reading recently because I've not been having a bad reading time. Reading has been making steady progress. But it also made me think, especially when I was in Foyles, buying more books. I was like, I'll buy these and I probably won't read them for several years because that is the naughty thing I do. So, I'm going to once I finish doing certain things, so when I finished rereading the rest of the Harry Potter series, I want to do a buddy read with Aoife. That'll be coming up straight after the Harry Potter series, basically. After that, I want to start reading books in the order I buy them, sort of backwards, if you know what I mean. So the books that I bought today would be the most recent physical books I've got, so I would start reading one of them. That's the idea. Did I say today? I meant yesterday. So I'd start reading one of them, and I would just read the most recent ones and work to the oldest ones. That's what I want to do. Beyond that, though, I really want to do more about my NetGalley TBR. Now, there's no denying it. My NetGalley TBR is huge. It's not something that can easily be fixed. But what I do want to do is, for example, after going to Penguin yesterday, I really want to try and keep on top of, especially their books, because, I've now got a really, they know who I am as a person. They've got, a connection with a person now rather than just a person on a video, and I want to, build that relationship up. So I'm going to prioritise their books, but also I'm going to try and, I don't even know how, but I'm going to try and catch up on books by date rather than by what I pull out of my TBR bag. So this does mean that, for now at least, I'm going to temporarily not bother with the TBR bag. It will come back at some point if I ever think that I feel caught up. But for now, yeah. I will still probably pull out the occasional book, because otherwise it's going to take me years to get to some of the older ones. But I probably won't pull them out very often. That's all I want to say for now. That's just the sort of thought process I've been having while sort of just lying here, relaxing this morning, enjoying being in bed rather than getting up at 4 a.m. like yesterday. And yeah, it's just something that popped into my head. I really want to be better. And also, I am really just motivated as anything right now, so look out for really just patchy vlogs of me being anywhere and everywhere talking about books, except for public probably, because yesterday's left me feeling so motivated. It was such an amazing day. So yeah, I'm going to now carry on lying in bed a little bit longer. It's nice to have a little treat to a lie-in occasionally, and I've not got work till 5 o'clock tonight, so yeah. So I'm going to lie in bed a little bit longer. I'm going to play some Animal Crossing Pocket Camp because I'm addicted. But the way I can justify playing that is I'm going to listen to my audiobook while I do it. I've not got too much left of Anne Frank either, so hopefully that'll help me make some serious progress. Catch you in a bit. Wow, isn't this just a fantastic look for me? I'm losing my voice after the excitement of yesterday and wishing I could have a really lazy day. I forgot how draining travelling to London and sort of walking around all day actually is. I'm exhausted. And I've got work in less than 2 hours. Oh dear. So I've just spent the last couple of hours listening to audiobooks. So first of all, I finished The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, narrated by Helena Bonham Carter. And I give it 4 stars. I was torn between 4 and 5, and it was a really tricky decision. Just because I did feel every once in a blue moon my attention just slipped a little bit. So that was my main logic behind the 4 stars rather than 5, but I absolutely loved it. It was funny in places. It was just really cool in places, like to have a book talking about periods, for example. It was really heartbreaking at times, like seeing what they had to go through, like what many Jews had to go through during the Second World War. Like, I just can't imagine living like that at all. But then also just everyday girly thoughts that would go through her head. It was something quite special. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. If you've never read it, I highly recommend the audiobook version. Helena Bonham Carter is just a fantastic narrator. She was great to listen to. Sorry, I'm so tired. She really just felt really natural. Her voice is really soothing and flowing, and obviously she's capable of doing all the different tones required for what is going on in the narrative at the time. I can't recommend the audiobook version enough. So since I finished that audiobook, I am now listening to the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, and I'm already a couple of hours into that. I've been really enjoying it so far, so hopeful for another good read here. I may be struggling to get through books quickly this year, but the ones I'm reading, I'm just, for the most part, really enjoying. I also didn't update you the other day, but I read Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. Obviously, a couple of videos ago, I was ranting about how I wasn't really properly getting on with it. So in the end, I gave it 3 stars. I have such mixed feelings about it. On the one hand, there were things I despised, including the characters, the whole ridiculous situations. But then on the other hand, like, I did sort of like the direction overall that the end went in. And yeah, I don't know. It was a mixed one for me. I've done a written review for it, I think. I hope after all that. I think I've done a written review for it, and if I have, I will leave that linked in the description down below, because that will do a lot better of summarising overall my different thoughts about that book, because it was a really mixed bag for me, and overall, I definitely think it was very weak compared to the breakdown. But not every book can be amazing. The slightly less good ones help you realise when you are reading an amazing book to like grab on and hold on and enjoy. So I'm currently reading The Woman at 72 Derry Lane by Carmel Harrington, and I'm really, really enjoying that. I'm still reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I've started my new audiobook. That's probably you updated for now. Also, ignore the fact that this says 2017. I used it last year a little bit here and there. So I've now moved it onto 2018 review dates only, just because it will help me be so much more organised about what review copies that I've got coming up. It's got notes from last year, so I'm just trying to sort of ignore them. But the first book I need to worry about getting read and reviewed is School for Psychics by Casey Archer. That comes out on the 3rd of April. And then the big problem there will be the 5th of April, where I've got all of those to read. So I'm going to be spending a lot of the next couple of weeks reading these, you know, I'm going to get through them all. I've decided I'm going to get through them all before even worry about getting to anything else. But it's also a few weeks until I have anything else, if I remember correctly. Let's have a look. Yeah, I've not got anything else then until the 19th of April, so if some of them run over a little bit, then so be it. It'll just feel so good to start finally getting on top of stuff, and as you can see, I've not really got much going on then either. So if I spend most of April reading the April the 5th books, that will just have to happen. Then we've got one book there, and then the next big bulk one will be the 3rd of May. So yeah, it's just a shame they aren't all spread out better throughout the month. I feel so much better about how organised I am with those now. I did think earlier, should I try and include like my Kindle purchases in things that like I should try and read the moment I get them kind of thing, but I just don't think that's going to work. Mainly because I don't buy Kindle books for ages. and then I'll go and buy like 20 at once. So I'm thinking that I'll just keep the Kindle books to the TBR bag, because looking at the review books that I've got going on this year, other than those couple of book ones on the 5th of April and the 3rd of May, I've not got that many. I've really, really learned to try and stop requesting 5 billion books. So hopefully if I can stay on that route, then I can soon start moving straight back onto the TBR bucket kind of section anyway. I'll show you what I've got on my Kindle so far. So yeah, this is my Kindle reorganised. It looks kind of a cross between how I used to do it basically. So here I have got my bucket picks. And you can see I'm currently reading The Woman at 72 Derry Lane. Then we've also got The Kite Family, Execution Blunders. These are all things that I've obviously pulled out relatively recently. And then stuff gets a little bit older along here. These are obviously all titles that you've seen before, so there's nothing new there for you. But then we've got the priority section. So this is books that I got specifically from Penguin Random House. So if I try and focus on these in between my gaps and get these all read, I'd feel a lot better about things, because some of these titles are quite old. And it'd be nice to just get them all done and feel accomplished. Then we've got the review copies here, and these are all books that are going to be coming out anytime this year after the current date. So I've not got too many. Some of these takes us up to like November, so this is all really doable, I feel. I'll just give you a quick flick through here so you can have a look at some of the titles, see whether you're also planning on reading any of these in the up and coming weeks. But there's really not many. This is totally doable. I suddenly feel a lot better. So yeah. It's been a really constructive day so far. I do now need to go and start getting ready for work, or it won't be a constructive day for much longer. Once I've finished getting ready for work, I'm not going to have time to film. I'm not going to film on the way to work. And I probably won't be filming when I get in from work either. So I'll just end this video here actually. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me. I still can't remember which side it is. If you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.